Today's an important day on the calendar. It is October 7th, and just a year ago today, there was an horrific terrorist attack in Israel that cost the lives of 1,400 innocent people. Those individuals included 46 Americans, and they were killed by terrorists. And those terrorists raped women, kidnapped individuals, some of whom are still in captivity a year later. It was the deadliest day for our Jewish brothers and sisters since the Holocaust. We have had much discussion about what's happened in the aftermath of October 7th. Obviously, it's been a major issue in the body politic and in international politics. At the heart of it is the turmoil that's going on in the Middle East, but this is not to be treated as some average day. We treated 9/11 as a central day in our experience, similar perhaps only to December 7th, the day that lived in infamy that began World War II. And the impact that it has had, all of the things that have come after that, the death and destruction that follows that, are terrible, terrible things. But it began with an early morning attack on defenseless citizens, people going to a music concert. And that is the seminal action, and we cannot forget that. We mourn those who died. We hope to get the release of those that are still hostages there, and at the same time be able to create an environment where hostilities can cease and we can start the process of negotiating a peace. But you cannot negotiate unless both sides are committed to peace, and both sides are committed to walking away from terrorist actions. And it makes it a very painful thing for all of us in the rest of the world to look at a situation where whatever the responses have been that could be different and should be different, we still have terrorists that are committed to murder and committed to death. That can never be acceptable. And we hope that a year from now we'll have a better situation. But in the meantime, we've experienced here in the United States the proper public expression of opinions. We are a country that believes in free speech and right to assembly, but sometimes that assembly and that free speech has moved into areas of anti-Semitism and fearful actions that make a group of Americans feel unsafe. Should there be any threats to public safety during these days in Westchester County, we have a mutual aid program for police, a rapid response team that are in place today and across Westchester to ensure a fast response into any municipality that might request assistance. The vast majority of our communities have their own local police forces that provide protection for the residents and the businesses and the institutions of their community. There are two, Mount Kisco and Cortland, that rely on the county for some of that or all of that direct response. But the county's regional responsibilities for public safety is there to be immediately at the fingertips of the local police whenever they feel they need that assistance. If a police department needs additional resources, the rapid response team from that zone of the county will respond first, and the teams from outside that zone can then be added if necessary. This effort is being coordinated through the County Police Real-Time Crime Center. Great innovation, and we compliment our Department of Public Safety for implementing that program. It's been very helpful in preventing in advance and then capturing afterwards incidents of crime. And this program is in regular contact with all of the different municipal police departments and agencies. It monitors on an ongoing basis if there are any real or potential threats to the county. And communities like Bronxville and all the other communities have that resource to turn to add to their own resources should there be any such threats. We hope there will be no such threats. We hope that we will be able to go through this county in our backyard in peace and security, and that is our intent to do that. We encourage anyone who wishes to express free speech and free assembly to do so in an appropriate fashion that expresses their right, but at the same time respects other people's rights. And when any time the exertion of those rights moves into an area where someone else's rights are affected, or it moves into some area where you're breaking the law, then we will not be shy to enforce that law. That law protects all of us. It protects every single one of us, and we have to make sure that that is in place.